Have you ever seen something so odd, so creepy cute that you couldn't quite look away? That's Labubu. At first glance, it looks like something out of a dark fairy tale. Part monster, part forest imp, always grinning. And yet, it's everywhere. From boutique designer toy stores in Asia to viral TikTok unboxings. Labubu has become one of the most collectible and strangely beloved toys in recent years. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Labubu isn't just a trendy figure. It's part of an underground art movement. A collectible born out of a blend of urban vinyl culture, artistic rebellion, and one very imaginative artist who saw the world a little differently. This isn't just the story of how a toy was made. This is the story of how an idea, something sketched in the margins, became a global phenomenon. It's a journey through art, commerce, fandom, and the weird line where pop culture meets designer dreams. So, grab your curiosity, maybe a warm drink, and let's dive into the eerie, delightful world of Labubu. And hey, if you love stories that mix creativity, mystery, and unexpected success, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. To understand Labubu, you have to meet its creator. His name is Ka-Sing Leung, and if that name doesn't ring a bell, don't worry, you're not alone. Leung isn't one of those artists chasing the spotlight. He's the type who lets his creations do the talking. Born in Hong Kong and raised in Belgium, Leung grew up in a quiet environment surrounded by fairy tales, folklore, and his own imagination. As a child, he struggled with speaking and hearing, which made him gravitate toward drawing as his primary language. His sketchbooks became his world, his safe space. Every scribble, every inked shadow was a conversation he could never quite have aloud. Leung's early work was filled with curious little monsters and strange creatures. They weren't scary, not really, but they were odd, a little unsettling. Like the kind of beings you'd meet in a dream you didn't want to wake up from too soon. He was deeply influenced by storybook illustrations, particularly darker European folklore and children's picture books. This is important because it gave birth to a unique visual language, equal parts whimsical, eerie, and nostalgic. If you've ever looked at Labubu and felt both charmed and slightly spooked, that's on purpose. Fast forward to his adult life, and Leung continued refining his style, eventually becoming an illustrator of children's books. But deep down, the monsters never left. Instead, they matured alongside him, waiting for their time. And that time came when Leung met someone who could bring them to life in 3D, cue Pop Mart. Of course, even the most imaginative creations need a way to get out into the world. That's where Pop Mart comes in, a Chinese company that's turned the collectible toy industry into a billion-dollar juggernaut. Pop Mart specializes in blind box toys, minifigures sealed in identical packaging, so you never know exactly which one you'll get. It's part toy, part lottery, and it's addictive. Once they partnered with Ka-Sing Leung, Labubu exploded. This was more than clever marketing. Pop Mart's clean high-end packaging and massive retail presence gave Labubu something rare in the art world: accessibility. It took a niche creation and turned it into a pop culture icon without losing its underground appeal. Designer toy fans, especially in Asia, started hunting rare variants, joining wait lists and trading online. Labubu was no longer just a toy, it was a grail, a status symbol. Some limited editions now sell for thousands of dollars. What's crazy is how it still feels intimate. Each Labubu has personality. Fans don't just collect them, they connect with them. It's part nostalgia, part aesthetic, and a whole lot of fun. Here's where things get wild. Labubu isn't just one character. Over the years, it's evolved. There's Pirate Labubu, Skeleton Labubu, Rainbow, Ice Cream, Forest Spirit, you name it. Each one with tiny design tweaks, color shifts, and often a full backstory. Ka-Sing Leung treats these variants almost like new characters, not just reskins. Some are cute, others are creepy, but all are unmistakably Labubu. This constant reinvention keeps the community alive. It's not just collecting, it's storytelling. Fans speculate over meanings, display them like mini museums, and even create fan art or comics. There's something oddly profound about how these small vinyl figures can inspire such creativity. And yes, some people just want them because they look cool. That's fine too. But Labubu's real magic is in how it invites interpretation. It doesn't come with a script, you fill in the blanks. And with each release, the world of Labubu grows richer, deeper, and just a bit weirder. Honestly, that's what makes it so addictive. Let's take a step back. Why do people love Labubu so much? It's not conventionally cute. Those sharp teeth, that wide stare, it almost looks like it should be scary, but it's not. This is where psychology kicks in. There's a term called cute aggression, when something is so cute it overloads your brain. Labubu dances right on that edge. It triggers the same response as a baby animal and a comic book villain. Strange? Yes. Effective? Absolutely. There's also the collector's thrill, the blind box gamble, the hunt for rare pieces. The joy of building a weird little army on your shelf. But beneath that, Labubu taps into something deeper. It's a toy for grown-ups who still believe in monsters, not to fear them, but to befriend them. It's art you can hold, and it reminds us that not everything lovable has to be soft and sweet. That's the genius. Labubu isn't about perfection, it's about curiosity. That grin, it's practically inviting you to imagine your own story. Today, Labubu stands at a strange crossroads. It's a designer toy, yes, but it's also a cultural artifact. It bridges East and West, art and commerce, shadow and light. Ka-Sing Leung still draws, still creates. He releases new Labubu variants at conventions, gallery shows, and limited drops that sell out in minutes. And the fan base keeps growing, global, loyal, and just as eccentric as the character they love. What started as a sketch is now a symbol of creativity, of rebellion, of embracing the strange. Labubu proves that you don't need to be perfect or even normal to be loved. So, the next time you see that grinning figure in a display case or on your feed, remember, that's not just a toy, that's a little piece of a dream. A reminder that even the weirdest ideas can change the world, one zip-lipped smile at a time. And hey, if you've ever had an odd idea no one understood, just think of Ka-Sing Leung. Keep sketching, keep dreaming, because who knows, your little monster might just be the next big thing.